if we were to run a poll on Twitter that who is the most player that Arsenal fans would like Edu and Mikel Arteta to deliver to them as their 6th signing of the season, obviously it would be this man you see on your screen onto the left side, this man who goes by the names of Youri Tielemans in there. That's the lad that Arsenal fans want Edu to deliver next at Arsenal. After bringing in Marquinhos, Matt Turner, Gabriel Jesus, Fabio Vieira, and recently Zinchenko, Arsenal fans want Tielemans. If a poll is to be ran, they are all calling for Tielemans to sign for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you. And today we are having you a Tielemans story that Tielemans is Arsenal's clear choice. Tavares update is coming in through. We have lots of quotes from players like Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia on playing with Gabriel Jesus in there for you. So it's a very much packaged show. It's a packaged show in there for you, and a lot of content in here that you guys are really going to go on and love onto this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today, I did that live video of Zinchenko being really signed by Arsenal official, and you guys are really loving it. I'm loving the love that you're putting on it either for you, and go ahead and really spread the same love that you spread all over the other videos onto this video too. I go by the names of Rokani David. Let's get into the Tielemans story because most of you have been asking me about Tielemans in the for you. Now, FABRIZIO Romano has gone ahead to let us know that Tielemans, Arsenal is his priority. I would say it's a clear choice because the player would love to move. He would love to join Arsenal, but it's up to Arsenal to submit proposal and go strong for him. He's waiting for Arsenal since April. That's it. So, Arsenal fans, just stay down, relax and float. This is a deal that you have in your hands. It's in your hands. It's you either to give it a go, to give it a yes or a no. That's it. That's what Fabrice has come and confirmed to us, that Tielemans has been waiting for Arsenal for so long. He has been waiting for Arsenal to come in through and let them agree a deal with Leicester City. Reason being, Arsenal has already agreed a deal, all personal terms with Tielemans, and they're only waiting to go in and go ahead and really agree a deal with Leicester. Leicester is making it hard because Arsenal are really telling them, we are giving you £25 million, and Leicester is saying we want 30 plus some add-ons. So Arsenal is really trying to make it hard in there for you. And recently, I really read the story that the agent of Youri Tielemans has gone ahead to pressurize Leicester to go on and really lower the asking price of Youri Tielemans, because it looks like they are really outpricing Arsenal out of this deal. And Arsenal saying, we are not going to be ransomed by you guys. No way. No way. You are not going to keep us to pay a lot of money when we know the realistic evaluation of this guy. And by the way, Arsenal is right, because we've seen players walk out of the clubs with just 1 year left on their contract at £25 million. Yefis Besuma has just left has just left Brighton for Spurs for £25 million. And guess what? He was left with just 1 year on his contract. And he went to Spurs. So Youri Tielemans is in the same caliber. So what makes him special in there for you? So Leicester is known for really selling its players expensively. You know those stories of Harry Maguire, N'Golo Kante, Riyad Mahrez, Ben Chilwell, and very many others. They've sold out of that club of Leicester. So I really believe that it's now up to Arsenal when to react, when to negotiate with Leicester City. But the agent of Youri Tielemans is really pushing for this deal to happen because his client is telling him, please, get me out of here, get me out of here. And when you look at Arsenal, there is no project right now that is so much realistic in the Premier League than that of Arsenal. If at all you're talking about those teams that are really rebuilding in the phase, because it's going to its third phase, and you know most of the projects in the third phase, they almost look beautiful in there for you. So Mikel Arteta and Edu are the ones holding this deal to happen. So it's all in their hands. It's up to them to decide when they are going to go ahead and really give this deal a go, because the player has been waiting for them. And I really believe that him not giving teams like Manchester United and Newcastle a chance to sign him is an indicator that the agent is 100% sure that Arsenal is in for this player this season. So I really believe that he likes Arsenal. he breathes Arsenal. He wants to go in and play with play in Mikel Arteta's team. Rumor has it that it's all about another Mikel Arteta. It's all about another Mikel Arteta factor into this. Mikel Arteta is directly talking to the player in the names of Tielemans, and the player is convinced that he's going to join Arsenal for you. And this time round, Arsenal are really into the driver's seat. Even Tielemans, because he won't renew his contract. I saw the manager of Leicester City, Brandon Rodgers, coming out and telling us that we are trying to convince the player, sit him down and see in there for you. But let's see what is going to happen. But the fact is, no player can renew his contract when he knows that if you don't sell him next season, he's going to go out on a free next season. So I really believe that we are really going to be having the best out of a man who goes by the names of Tielemans to Arsenal. That deal is one of the deals that is eagerly waited by Arsenal fans. By the way, how do I notice this? I notice this on the videos I do because the reaction of Arsenal fans on Tielemans videos is way above the ordinary. They really love them, they share them, they like them, and everything is up to them, and they really like the player. So I really believe that Edu and Mikel Arteta get you this signing there for you. And the reason as to why Arsenal is really taking long to sign Youri Tielemans was given to us by FABRIZIO Romano yesterday, that Arsenal believe that it's an easier deal to get done. So they are trying to first accomplish the difficult deals. Then they Youri Tielemans might be that signing they're really going to get at the end of the season. And by the way, Arsenal wants to frustrate Leicester City a lot. They want to go in on the deadline day and sign him in because Leicester City will be playing Youri Tielemans into their games, because by 1st September, Arsenal would have played very many games because they are playing 5 games in August. They are playing close to 5 games in there for you. That means those will be 10 games. Leicester would have played 10 games, and Arsenal will be in the corner, in the ventilator, gazing at City. And they'll be telling the agent, let City has to accept our money because they are not in a good position. The player is going to go out on a free. And we look at Tielemans, he's 25 years of age. Spending just 1 year at Leicester City and going out on a free to go in and play for Arsenal won't really affect him. And secondly, he will go in and really get in lots of salaries at Arsenal. They will pay him close to £300,000 a week. Reason being, he's a free agent and he's really a proven top-class player. So I think the more Leicester really lag on this deal, the more it plays in the favor of Youri Tielemans. Tielemans will say, I won't put pen to paper, that's it. Then Arsenal will take me for free in the summer of next year. Then guess what will happen? I'll get money. And the agent wants it that way. You get? So I think the only effect that the agent is feeling is that Leicester might really ground this player because the World Cup is around the corner after this player fails to sign a new contract with them. You get? So that's what I really think is going to happen. But either ways, Arsenal will benefit because the player wants to go to Arsenal. And you know when it means when a player wants to go to Arsenal. Arsenal fans, you've tested it. When United wanted Lisandro Martins and Lisandro Martinez wanted Manchester United, you guys came in first. When you came in first, it didn't stop him from really snubbing Arsenal and going to United where he wanted to go. So you know what it means when a player wants to go that side. Arsenal fans have tested it on Rafinha. Rafinha wanted to go to a side which goes by names of Barcelona. Arsenal came in with the money and the player said, no, I'm still waiting for Barcelona to sort out its issues. And obviously, even when Chelsea came in through, what happened? The player said, no, I'm not going to Chelsea. I'm going to Barcelona. Until then, Barcelona agreed a 65 million euro deal with Leeds that would amount to 65 million euros. And the player has now signed for Barcelona. So, Tielemans, Arsenal fans, be okay. Let your hearts be calm either for you because this player loves the club. He's convinced with the project of Mikel Arteta and he's coming to your side. Trust me. Tielemans is coming to Arsenal. He's coming to Arsenal because indicators are showing this player is going to be an Arsenal player, and FABRIZIO Romano is going to let you know that Tielemans' priority is Arsenal. That's it. That's it. And it's the clear choice because the player would love to move in there for you. With the players wanting to move, and Arsenal are really so much into this. And United are trying to hijack this deal, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will. But you never know. Never say never. Anything can happen in football. Anything can happen. So let's wait and see what is really going to happen in here onto the Rokani Media Football in there for you. So let's go into what we call the story of FABRIZIO Romano. Again, because he was on the Q Gozalo podcast in there for you, he was really giving us what is so much into the Arsenal camp. I think almost today he talked about Arsenal in there for you. He talked about Arthur Melo. Very many stories have been linking Arthur Melo to Arsenal. But guess what? FABRIZIO Romano has come out and rubbished them out. He has told us that no, at the moment, no. I see a lot of rumors, but I have no confirmation on Juventus side, on Arsenal's side, and also the player's side. He was in the list. He was on the list in January. Now I feel they have different priorities. The reason as to why I really believe that FABRIZIO is very much right on this, because he originates in Italy. He was born and bred in Italy. If there is a country where he has lots of connections, it's Italy. If Juventus is trying to get in this player, obviously, that would have been already known to FABRIZIO. That's why he told us that in January, he was on the list of Arsenal, but Juventus wanted to loan this player to Arsenal for 2 years. You get? Yet Arsenal wanted a 1 year with no option to buy. Juventus wanted to loan Arthur Melo to Arsenal 2 years with an option to buy. Arsenal said, no, we want 1 year with no option to buy. We first want to assess him and see how that is going to happen either for you. And the deal died like that. It died a natural death. So, this summer, Arthur Melo is back in the news. Juventus has excluded him from the list of players that they went with in America to play in the preseason. So, it looks like they want him out. Remember, they bought him from Barcelona at £65 million. Was it euros, 65 million euros? He was really a very good prospect by the time they got him from Brazil. He's young, 25 years of age. He still has some good years ahead of him, but he has failed to fit into that side of Juventus. That's why Juventus went in to bring in Paul Pogba. They're wanting Lucas Torreira in there for you, and they brought in Zakaria from that German side in the Bundesliga. So it shows you that he has failed to fit into the team of a side which goes by the names of Juventus. And the reason as why he's so much linked to Arsenal, I think it's because Edu likes Brazilian players, and Arsenal is becoming a Brazilian fortress because they have Gabriel Magalhães, Gabriel Martinelli, Marquinhos, and Gabriel Jesus. And out of those, all the three were bought in by Edu in there for you. So it shows you that Arsenal are really so much good and loving. They're so much good and they're in love with Brazilian players. I really believe that this is what is really acting as a catalyst to link Arthur Melo to Arsenal. That's what I'm really thinking about this deal in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. So FABRIZIO Romano is telling us that currently, there are rumors, they are not right. Arthur Melo to Arsenal is not a deal that we should expect to see happen in the next weeks. But if at all Arsenal really puts up interest, then FABRIZIO will really go ahead and really let us know about the interest of a team which goes by the names of Arsenal in Arthur Melo, because he's available on the market, he's up for sale. Then FABRIZIO Romano had to say something about Bukayo Saka, and he said, from what I'm told, he's really happy at Arsenal. He loves the club. He loves the manager because the relationship with Arteta is very good. I think there are very good chances to continue together, but it's not really agreed yet. So Arsenal are really planning a very lucrative deal for Bukayo Saka, talented but so mechanical in there for you. There's a lot of energy in there for you. You cannot compare him to players like Martinelli because Martinelli is a real player. His technical abilities are not doubted in there for you, but he is really good. He put up results last season for Arsenal. I think he got involved in close to 18 goals. That is Bukayo Saka, not a very bad output. And if at all he really goes ahead and really scores close to 15 goals this season, he would have been one of those players that has mostly improved under Mikel Arteta, because he's really good and doing great. I really like him and the way he really runs his stuff. Good. And I saw him really come on the pitch of play when Arsenal was playing Orlando City, and he put up an assist for Reece Nelson. Good player in there for you, and Arsenal really wanting to really have him in there for you. Though, way back in March, we heard that Arsenal really planning to go ahead and put a buyout clause into the contract of Bukayo Saka. You remember that very well? So, for me, I remember it like yesterday, because it really shook me that, if a team really puts out a buyout clause, that means that they've put up that player for sale, because even if he puts pen to paper on that contract and any team comes in like Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and says, all right, we are triggering that clause, then you can't really stop him from going. You remember what happened to Neymar? He had a buyout clause of £200 million. Guess what? A team which goes by the PSG came with a man and triggered it. Barcelona by the time thought that no team would come in and trigger that. They triggered it and they took him. You get? And that's why you see nowadays Barcelona is really putting buyout clauses of like 1 billion euros onto the contracts of players. Like Ansu Fati is at 1.7 billion euros. Gavi is at 1.7 billion euros. Then Pedri is at 1.7 billion euros. You get? So because they know that a team with the names of PSG showed them that it's really easy to get it out that player. And I know with time, because a lot of money is really being injected and adding itself to football, even 1 billion, a player is going to be bought 1 billion euro. Guess, I'm saying this, it's the 23rd of July 2022. Guys, soon you'll see a player being bought at 1 billion euro. A trigger. That thing will be triggered. I know. If at all Madrid had the power, they would have gone on and really paid Kylian Mbappe that money. But let's wait and see in there for you what is happening in the game of football as far as Bukayo Saka to Arsenal is concerned. And that's what Fabrizio had to tell about us. Now on Saliba, Fabrizio told us that from what I'm told, a new deal is not fully agreed or completed yet. They are discussing it, very positive discussions with his agent, but still not fully agreed. The plan is to continue with him and have him part of them. Obviously, when you see how this lad played in the game of Everton, Orlando City, he's a talent. He's a talent that is so much promising for Arsenal, and whoever scouted this player needs to be given credit. Right now, Arsenal would have gone in the market to be looking for 2 central defenders, but now because of his presence, they are only looking for one left-footed central defender in there. And so William Saliba is in talks with Arsenal, and they were willing to go in and really give him the money that he wants. So the talks are positive, but I think he will go in to earn like 140 or 150,000 pounds a week. That's what I will believe, because he's worth that. He's worth that. If at all Arsenal is giving Pepe 170, why not give Saliba that amount of money in there for you? Because players now want lots of money in there for you. Now I'm having Frickson Paxson is saying William Saliba has already agreed a new deal to extend his contract at Arsenal after positive talks before the US tour. Arsenal pleased with his development and see him as an important part of the future. No word on when an official statement is expected in there for you. So what I believe is Arsenal has a good deal with all these players. William Saliba, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, but right now you can't come into this transfer and then announce what we call a deal that you've renewed a contract of the player. So it's going to be announced way after when the window is done, because Arsenal believes that they need to make more news after the transfer window, because news is what sells the team's name. Because the farthest your name goes, that's the stronger you become. You get? Your strength depends on how far your name goes in this world. So I expect that to happen in the for you, and William Saliba is going to put pen to paper onto his new contract at Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano on Tavares Nuno, he said Atalanta want this man as their new left back. Brighton are interested, but Atalanta are really pushing in the last hours, but there is no agreement. Arsenal always want their conditions to be respected. Now, he said this in the afternoon. Now today, just like an hour ago, Nuno Tavares is close to joining Atalanta, as first reported by Fabrizio Romano. No option to buy. That is via Di Marzio. Di Marzio is one of those international transfer reporters in the for you. He's a football transfer expert, proven. And when it comes to Italy, obviously you know that it's really going to happen that way, because he's a legend that side. Before the Fabrizios came in through, he was a man who really let us know about these stories in the for you. And Di Marzio also told us that Arsenal left back Nuno Tavares is close to joining Atalanta on loan without an option to buy. It shows you that Arsenal really have a lot of prospect for Tavares. I really tell Arsenal fans that Tavares is not going to be sold. Tavares is one for the future. Tavares just needs to really improve on his positional discipline, when to pass, and the patience when he's holding that ball, especially in the left back positions, because he sometimes cuts into the half spaces of the pitch and he makes poor decisions that really cost Arsenal. But to me, I don't know how the agent of Tavares has counted this, but for me, if I were the agent of Tavares, I would have really pushed for a move to Brighton. Cucurella going to Man City, obviously, Tavares becomes a starter at Brighton on a long season loan. And what would have really made it far much better is the coach, Potter, there. He's a manager who coaches players. He improves players. I really believe that would have really got a lot of improvement. And being in the Premier League, he would have been proven. And he would have been sending the message he would have been sending a message directly to Mikel Arteta and Edu that, please, I'm performing very well here at Brighton. I'm coming to start at Arsenal. Obviously, he has the best attributes of a left back at Arsenal, especially as far as the Premier League is concerned. Most of the left backs at the Premier League are short. You get there like 6'4" there for you. But when you look at Tavares, he's a towering lad. He's a tower of a lad. He's tall. He has the energy in the legs. Going forward is okay. And if at all he really played at Brighton and proved himself as a player proven for the Premier League, I think he would have really sent some good message to a team which goes by the names of Arsenal and its manager and the technical director. But I will believe that Tavares is a good player. Even if he goes to Atalanta, that is second fiddle either for you. I really believe that he would have gone to a side which goes by the names of Brighton. Premier League team with a good coach who was going to improve him and give him the best aspects to defend in the Premier League. That's it. Now we are having Luca Bendoni in there for you. He's a transfer market interview stories aspirant journalist in there for you. He works with Di Marzio. He has told us that Atalanta are in front seat for Nuno Tavares. He is one of the main targets of sporting director Lee Congreton. Atalanta confident to close deals in. Marseille, Real Sociedad and Nice have all been interested at the same stage. Marseille, Sociedad and Nice, he said no. The agent said no. Tavares didn't want to go that side and said, no, I'm not going there. I'm going to a side which goes by the names of either Brighton or a side which goes by the names of or a side which goes by the names of Atalanta. So any of these deals is going to happen soon and expect it to be into the mix as soon as possible right about now, being reported by FABRIZIO Romano, Di Marzio. Those two coming from Italy, and if at all they are really having the same connection to that, just know the deal is going to happen and we're going to see him play in Atalanta next season. By the way, I'll be watching games in Italy because of him. I'll be watching games of Italy because of him, because he's been a very good talented player, and I know he's really going to go ahead and really come back to Arsenal and take that position. He will out-compete Tierney if he really improves a lot on his game either for you. I've told you his problems either for you. If at all he really rectifies with his mistakes, he will come in at Arsenal and start, because he's a player built for the Premier League. Then Nketiah, after really scoring that goal that really had a lot of effort of Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus, he went ahead and said this: I enjoy playing with him, and obviously we've got the same celebration. So we said the next time on ASCO, he called me last time. So I said we can do a little link up next time. Hopefully we can continue to score goals and celebrate together. Obviously they'll always play together and celebrate together, because I've seen it that Mikel Arteta is willing to go ahead and risk some games and play a 4-1-3-2 system, with Thomas Partey playing the single pivot, Odegaard playing as a central attack midfielder, Bukayo Saka playing as a right winger, and Martinelli playing as a left winger, with Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah leading the line. Guys, that's what he did in the game of Orlando City when he brought in Thomas Partey to play a single pivot. Then Granit Xhaka moved ahead and then brought on Bukayo Saka, and then he brought on Reiss Nelson, and Nketiah we are leading the line. So it shows you that he's so much okay with that system. And Nketiah is promising us more celebrations with Gabriel Jesus, especially if at all they play together and score either for you. And he said that he called me when he scored against Everton. He called me when I was on the bench, yet he was on the period of play, and we replied him with a call. But this time round, we are going to go on and really celebrate together each and every time we score a goal, winning the field of play in there for you. Nketiah on his goal against Orlando City said, Gabriel Jesus did well in there. I think he did a little shift and it dropped and I was alert and just passed it into the back of the net. It was nice to score and it's good feeling. Obviously, it's a good feeling for you to really see these two strikers connect. And if at all their magic really goes ahead to go ahead and really build a lot, I think Mikel Arteta will be left with no option other than getting these players to play together in most of the games. You'll either go with a 3-5-2 or a 4-1-3-2 in there for you in most games, with Thomas Partey playing a single pivot, Odegaard in the middle of the park, and Bukayo Saka Martinelli onto the left and right flanks respectively, with Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus to lead the line in there for you for side, which goes by the names of Arsenal. So we expect lots of players to come in through and get this turn to that level. Let's go to Gabriel Jesus, the man we are talking about. This is what he said, that he was on the podcast in there for you. It has some Brazilian accent in there for you. There is a man known as Renato, he hosts it. He said, I arrived at Arsenal at a time where I need to play football with a smile on my face again. My mother watched our game and called me to say, I'm seeing you different again, playing happy. I got emotional to hear that in there for you. So when you look at a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there for you, I really believe that Gabriel Jesus is a real breath of fresh air for Arsenal. They are really loving this signing. It's like a signing that Mikel Arteta was waiting for. He talked about this signing way back in March, that their first signing should be a centre forward who is young and could really put that ball at the back of the net. Obviously, they have him now. Obviously, that's it. They have Gabriel Jesus with them now. And as we speak, magic is already happening at Arsenal because of him. And he said that when I arrived at Arsenal at a time where I need to play football with a smile on my face, meaning that at Man City, he was not enjoying football because the manager was keeping on alternating him from the right wing to the left flank to the center forward role. He was not really put into a distinctive role in the for you that could really get him out as the proven number 9 that Ronaldo Dalima Senior told about, that this is the best number 9 in the world in the for you. So at Arsenal, he's playing with a smile because he's playing in his favorite position. Obviously, when you're having your favorite thing that you admired in life, you're supposed to be happy. So he's smiling from ear to ear. That is Gabriel Jesus. And he called his mother. Remember, he told us that every time you see him doing this, it's like he's calling his mother in there for you and talking to him in there for you, that mother, have you seen me? I've scored. And that means he's always on phone with his mother because he loves him a lot. And that is Gabriel Jesus in there for you. So that's Gabriel Jesus in there for you. Tell us what you think about him in there for you. Remember, he has scored how many goals for Arsenal so far? He has played how many games? 4 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. 3 goals, 1 assist in 4 games. That means 4 goal involvements in 4 games. What an output in there for you. But the big question is, can he really translate his performance in the preseason to the Premier League? If that question is posed to me or directed to me, I'll tell you yes. Yes. I'm going to come here and tell you my top 10 people I really believe that they're going to take the Golden Boot. People that are going to compete for the Golden Boot. Gabriel Jesus is one of them. He's one of them. And to me, I'm telling you, it might sound awkward, but he might score 25 Premier League goals. In the first 10 games Arsenal is playing in the Premier League, this guy is going to score for fun. He's going to score for fun. He's going to score for fun. I'm telling you this. Watch the space. By the time Arsenal plays his 10th game in the Premier League, Gabriel Jesus is going to be having double figures. Let me tell you the fixture of Arsenal you get. 1, Arsenal is playing Crystal Palace first. He's going to swing at games. He's playing Leicester, Bournemouth, Fulham, Aston Villa. And then Manchester United, then Everton, Brentford, Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool, and Leeds. In those 10 games, Gabriel Jesus will have already registered 10 goals because he is going to score hat-tricks. braces. He's going to be having hat-tricks, because if he was at Man City, let me show you this. When he was at Man City, I'm not going to show you that, I'm just searching about it. Gabriel Jesus was at Man City in the Premier League, and he played only 28 games in the Premier League at Man City. He scored 8 goals and 8 assists. Trust me, if at Arsenal is going to play 38 games in the Premier League, this lad, because he's not injury prone, is going to come in here and score 20 plus goals in the Premier League. I'm predicting 25, and that means the Golden Boot is really going to be so much competitive, because there is Haaland, there is Darwin Núñez, who scored 4 goals in his 3rd game of Liverpool. Then there is Mohamed Salah, there is Harry Kane, Son Heung-min in the mix in there for you. And at United, they're having Martial, who's really looking sharp. And I think Rashford is going to have he's going to really get back to his best form. And I think Sancho is also going to be a threat in the Premier League to score goals. So they're close to 10 people that are really so much on the Golden Boot battle, and I can't fail to put in Gabriel Jesus. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. Let's have close to 100 likes on this video, and afterwards tell me what you think about Tielemans, Arsenal's clear choice, Tavares to Atalanta, Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah sending nothing to one another. Then Bukayo Saka, new contract on the table, going to be signed, and Bukayo Saka and William Saliba being given a new contract at the side, which goes by name of Arsenal. Amendis is the interest from Barcelona. I sign out for now. Good night, good morning, good evening, and I'm out. Bye bye.